Paul here. Today I'm going to be doing a shave with a couple of products I'm excited about. The first is a razor from Nate's Straights. This is a razor that is made by Nate Zawanda. And if that name sounds familiar to you straight razor guys out there, Nate Zawanda is the son of Tim Zawanda, who's well known for making some pretty awesome custom straight razors, and Nate has released a line of his own straight razors, and also has a website where he sells those razors, and he refurbishes old razors and will recondition your razors as well. And this one is called the Old Royal. The Old Royal is a 5/8 spike point razor with African blackwood scales, and it looks like it's about a quarter hollow to a half hollow ground razor. Probably more closer to a quarter hollow now that I look at it. It's got some pretty cool spine work on it, and it's a real nice shaver, and I've been real happy with this, and I'm going to go ahead and use that in the shave today. And then the other thing I've been real excited about is the Shave Nook Limited Edition Simpson M6 Manchurian Badger shave brush, and this is in the faux horn handle, and Mark at Simpson really did a nice job with this brush. This is really my first Simpson Manchurian Badger brush, and I'm really enjoying the knot. The tips are nice and soft, and it's got real nice backbone, and really is a great brush. So I'm going to go ahead and use that in my shave today. And then for my soap, I'm going to be using a classic, the Razorock Don Marco, the Bergamot and Neroli Artisan Shave Soap, and really a great soap. Nice fresh citrus and orange flower neroli scent to it. Really a nice, clean, bright scent, which is great for the summer months. And although I know it's cooling down in a lot of parts of the states here, it's still hot here in Arizona, with the temperatures being still in the 90s during the day, which actually for us is pretty nice, but you know, for some of the other guys that's still summertime temperatures. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and use that soap today. I've applied my pre-shave already, taken a shower, and for my pre-shave I'm just using the old classic Perazzo green pre-shave cream. And just going to go ahead and empty out my brush scuttle here, and I'm going to refill it with some hot water and get it heated up a little more. This brush scuttle is made by Sunset Canyon Pottery. This was commissioned by Jeremy Wilson, who had a few of these made for some guys, and it's kind of patterned after the Georgetown Pottery scuttle, Georgetown Pottery brush scuttle, and it's got a water reservoir here that you fill up through this little opening here, and then I always put hot water in it to warm it up. And a real nice brush scuttle, very rustic and pretty cool. Works really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and rinse some hot water through my brush, give it a little shake out, and we'll go ahead and get going here. So I'm just going to go ahead and load the brush liberally. This brush really works good. It whips up a nice lather. Because it has good backbone, it really tears through the soap pretty well. We'll get a nice good loading. There we go. And we'll go ahead and get going. I'm sure most of you guys out there are familiar with this soap. It's like I said, it's a real nice soap, and like all the other Razorock products, really performs great. This one I think is one of the more popular ones, and I can see why. You know, the scent is very pleasant. It's actually got a pretty robust scent. and it smells quite good. Okay, get the rest of that soap off the puck there. I'm just going to add a smidge more water to it. And this brush, although it does have really tremendously good backbone, the tips on this brush are nice and soft. It's really a nice combination. It's a little bit smaller knot. I think it's about 22mm knot, but it displays nicely, and it really works great for face lathering. You can really apply the lather pretty precisely. I don't find that the brush is too small. The handle is a little bit small, but other than that, I'm really real happy and excited about this brush. I've really enjoyed using it. So there we go. And I'll just go ahead and rinse my hands off here. Rinse the soap off my hands. And just cap that off. I'm going to dump out my brush scuttle, and I'm going to put my brush in there just to keep it warm. And go ahead and rinse my hands off a little bit. Dry them off, and I'll apply a little alum to my hands, fingertips here to help with the skin retraction, and we'll go ahead and get started. So as most of these hologram or more wedge type razors, as with most of these wedge type razors, the audible feedback is not quite the same as a hologram razor. They don't have as much audible feedback, but they do give a real nice shave. You know, I think that a little bit more metal on the blade really gives it a little bit more mass, and they go through the whiskers quite nicely. Okay, first pass down, just rinse off my face, we'll go ahead and lather up again, and we'll go for second pass here. The flow through on the brush is nice. It's got good density, but it's not a real lather hog. It seems to release the lather quite nicely. Pretty easy to load enough soap in the brush and create enough lather to get a good 3 or 4 passes with the brush, using it as a face lathering brush. So go ahead and get a little more alum on my fingertips. We'll go ahead and do our second pass. other side. The edge retention on this blade has been real good. I've got about 7 or 8 shaves out of it. Haven't seen any degradation in the edge at all up to this point. I've just basically been stropping it before each shave, and after each shave I'll give it about 20 strops after I dry it off, just to make sure it's dried off, and then I'll give it about 40 passes on the strop prior to each shave. And the edge retention has been great so far, so been real happy with that. Okay, third and last pass. Plenty of lather in that brush. The Don Marco really does lather up great, just like all the other Razorock soaps I've used. The performance of those soaps is really great, and the other thing about them is that they really are, compared to some of the other artisan soaps, actually quite a bargain. I think I paid $7 for this, and I got this at Razor's Emporium here in Phoenix, and that's a pretty banging price for you know, such a good quality soap. And I think that's 4.2 ounces, so yeah, pretty good deal. Alright, last pass. There we go. So really great razor. Been really pleasantly surprised and happy with this razor. Love the way it shaves, and like the classic looks of it. And with the smaller 5/8 blade, it's really pretty easy to maneuver around your face. Really works great. So I have to give a big thumbs up to Nate Zawanda for this razor. It's really nice, and it's one I like to use quite a bit. I've actually been using it quite a bit since I got it, so, and I've been just really tickled with it. So just going to apply a little alum and get a little feedback there and see how it feels. All right, feels good. No, severe burning with the alum or anything. So it looks like we had a pretty successful shave with that straight today, without much difficulty. And I'm gonna stick with the since this soap is made in Italy. It says right there, Italy. I'm going to stick with even though it's not made in Italy, it is certainly a ode to the Acqua di Parma Colonia, and this is the fine Italian citrus, and this is the old blend, and I think they're going back to the old blend. I think the guys felt that the new blend had a little bit too much menthol and it was kind of overpowering the scent. I can say that this older version of it really smells great, and it's a pretty quite similar to the Acqua di Parma. It does have menthol in it, and you can smell it a little bit, but it doesn't really detract from the wonderful scent of the aftershave at all. So I'm going to rinse off the brush here a little bit and give you one last look at it. So today we use the Nate's straight old Royall straight razor, and we use that with the Shave Nook limited edition Simpson M6 Manchurian Badger brush. Here's one last look at the razor. And the soap we used today was the Don Marco, and the aftershave, the fine Italian citrus. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or comments, comment below. I'll answer them as soon as I can. Have a great weekend. Bye.